extrovert. This moment's mine. I own this, I'm on this. I'll elongate it till it feels like the end of time. So let's just pretend you never said anything. You never deigned to speak on a topic on which I have such much more to say. So just look at me, I'm important. It's like it never happened, like you never deigned to open your mouth and say stuff when I could have been talking the entire time. My experience more important, what I have to say more relevant than you by a mile. So give me an inch, I'll take 1,000 miles. It's the least you can do for making me listen. You say something when I could have spoken.
Say no more. I only heard a word, one word too many, but one word was all I needed. To hear you talk about this, to know I know way more than you on this topic. But what else is new? So let's swap spots. You have a seat and I'll take the floor.
Oh yeah, you think that's something? Well, guess what? I have to say this thing. I have a story I will proceed to tell with an anxious sense of urgency. To one did you deign to speak to me? Me. Of all people on this topic I know so much more about, my experience is so much more relevant. My passion is more fervent. I mean, just look at me. It's like the first time I've ever talked to another person before. My person is more credible, interesting, and important. Look at my impotence, important, how embarrassing for guests nor offensive me. Now it's imperative. I speak my experience all over without asking. Don't need to remark on anything you said. This is not a conversation.
Say no more. I only heard a word, one word too many, but one word was all I needed to hear. This is not a conversation. It is not a conversation. This is not a conversation.
I've never had one before.
This is not a conversation. It is not a conversation. This is a social situation.
And I have the floor. My story has the right to exist all over yours by its very existence. No need for borders, boundaries, or a license. My existence is licensed enough. It's my birthright to thrust my existence all over you and yours, to splatter myself all over till you cannot take anymore. But what else can I do to win a zero-sum game? I am not a narcissist. I'm just naturally amazing. If I supersede your territory, I have every right to do so. It's just part of my story.
Say no more. I only heard a word, one word too many, but one word was all I needed to. So if you zone out, I win, I'll win, even if I have to cheat to win the game of conversation.
I never had one before. If you intersect with my territory, I'll just slice off parts of your soul and make more room for me. And these things of mine that I have to say. I'm not a bully, I'm not a Pharisee, I'm just superior, I'm not a vampire, I'm an umpire, here to enforce the rules of this social situation. This is not a conversation. The room is mine, and I have the floor, so let me say 10 times more, and take what's mine. That is to say, your attention.
So this is not a conversation. It is not a conversation. This is not a conversation. So this is not a conversation. It is not a conversation. This is not a conversation.
I've never had one before.
This is not a conversation. It is not a conversation. This is not a conversation.